Keselowski gave Patrick another shot and then dropped to the low side. And they're going to leave her up in the high groove as Kyle Busch moves to the bottom and on by. What effect does bump drafting have the way things are right here as we're a lap to go in the first segment?
I just haven't seen it be an advantage yet, Mike. All I've seen it do is hurt. We saw Danica fall back. It gets guys and girls sideways when you run into them. I haven't seen anything that I like about bump drafting right now.
Kyle Busch riding with the number 18. That's Stenhouse, the 17 alongside.
Really solid run here for Denny Hamlin from the front to the back. Oh! Jimmie Johnson around.
Headed for the infield wall and bounces off the safer barrier as they come to the caution flag, completing segment 1 and likely completing Jimmie Johnson's night.
You all right, brother? Yep. All right, my man.
Oh, the left side of that car is all torn up.
Poor. Good poor. You're okay though, right? Yep.
Johnson puts the window net down, a signal to safety officials that he is okay.
Mike, you
Let's
just
have a
asked,
look.
you asked the question, does bump drafting help? It looks like Harvick gets a good run right up on the back of Johnson. Does he get into him at all, or does Jimmie just slide up the track and get loose?
It was really hard to tell from that angle right there.
It looked possibly like he just had maybe got a little bit of a push in the front end, went up the track just a bit. Let's see if we can tell.
You could definitely hear the RPM come up on the engine.
I don't know if that's when the tires broke loose or when he got hit on the back.
Steve?
Hey, I just wanted to update Kevin Harvick, Mike. He said that was a lesson learned for me. He said the 48 tried to pull up, and he just got loose.
It appeared that way. It felt like he just moved up the hill, and when he maybe tried to come back down, it spun around. Let's see if we can look out of Kevin's car.
Yeah, he just got loose. Just got loose.
Digging outside.
Well, no apparent contact between those two, but Johnson went to the inside safer barrier and then through the grass. And this would be the third straight time that he has failed to finish the Sprint Unlimited.
Not a mark on the front of that car, is there, Mike?
No, no contact, I don't think. The first segment ends with Jimmie Johnson climbing out of his wrecked race car and Denny Hamlin the leader. But what I like most about the race we're seeing tonight is you can pull up and pass. Whether it's up top or down low, as Denny Hamlin in the 11's doing right now for the lead.
Remember that extended stay on pit road I told you about with Kyle Busch? He's already raced his way all the way to the top 4 as well. Those Joe Gibbs racing cars 2, 3, and 4 right now.
Pow, that was a love tap from Kyle Busch to Brad Keselowski, who lost a lot of momentum somehow at the end of the straightaway.
But think about Jimmy McMurray in that one car. He got the free pass on that caution, and he got such a run off turn 2 the last time. He actually had to back up and almost stack the entire outside.
Oh, around goes Kenseth. And up into Tony Stewart, and cars are in the wall hard.
You see Carl Edwards there in the 99, Matt Kenseth in the 20.
Danica hadn't hit anything, and then her right front was hit by Ricky Stenhouse Jr. late in that crash.
Stewart's car is hit hard against the wall.
That's Jeff Gordon wedged in there too, isn't it, Mike?
It is.
Big crash.
Matt Kenseth going around that's triggered all this. Remember that Stewart, who was moving around in the car, recuperating from that hard leg injury from 6 months ago. Kurt Busch is the third car in that pile. There goes Carl Edwards and what's left of his Ford. And Matt Kenseth is able to drive away, but with major damage. So too Danica Patrick, who spun and had it missed. All right, so there's Stewart, Gordon, and Kurt Busch. Jeff Gordon climbs out. He's okay. Kurt Busch climbs out. And Stewart's being helped from his car.
Yeah, Tony has trouble getting in and out of his car under normal circumstances, so I'm sure he's just taking his time.
All right, here's Matt Kenseth right there in the 20 car.
Joey Logano on the inside. Kyle Busch is the yellow car on the outside.
It's like Matt went to dive to the bottom, and Joey was already had a nose in there, and around Kenseth went. You can see hard contact to the right front for Stewart.
Edwards gets the right front of Stewart's car. That tips it into the wall.
Watch Danica. She's sliding. She hasn't hit anything.
Nope.
She's in the orange and green car. She thinks, I've got this baby missed. But Stenhouse Jr. comes.
Oh, my goodness.
All 4 Stewart-Haas Racing drivers were involved in that wreck.
The bright yellow car, Kenseth, he's coming down because Brad Keselowski slowed up. He was trying to get out of that lane, but like you said, the 22 of Logano was already there.
Logano got there. Matt decided he was going to hook a left and dive low.
Dale Jr. misses it on the inside.
Stenhouse was... Stenhouse was in the first crash. I don't think he had any steering, Larry, when he got to Danica.
To the wall. All good. Yellow's out, yellow's out, yellow's out. Wave them off. Big wreck behind you.
That's what you want to hear from your spotter. If there's going to be a big wreck, it's behind you. You can see Ricky had been into the wall on the outside, and he's just helpless. No steering in that car.
And that makes better sense, because what I saw in the first replay, it's like he never slowed down.
Maybe no steering, maybe no brakes, maybe neither one. At 194 miles per hour, Keselowski suddenly slows about 3 miles an hour, and Kenseth tries to get away from him.
Just wanted to fill that hole on the bottom, but the hole filled itself.
Yeah, Joey Logano in the 22 was all the way against the double yellow line.
That's just a tough break for Danica. She lost control and was going to be just fine. And
well, she tried to go to the inside, but Carl was there, so she juked to the outside, and the car got away from her. Now watch the 24, Jeff Gordon. There's Ryan Newman getting by.
And look up top,
Gordon
Mike.
tipped up into the 99 of Edwards, and Kurt Busch piles in the 41.
And then here comes Stenhouse. Hard contact into the outside wall, into the back of Kurt Busch.
Lifted him up. Lifted Gordon up.
And now he's just a passenger.
Yep. And that's why the 17 of Stenhouse had either no steering or no brakes and went straight into the path of Danica. Here it is. You're riding with Stenhouse.
Check up, hold on, check up, hard.
Wow.
Carl Edwards out of the race. Steve Burns. Riding with Ryan Newman. Denny Hamlin, the 11 alongside. Kevin Harvick trailing this front pack.
Luckily for Logano, his teammate Brad Keselowski was the first one to him. No aggressive move there. Just went to his bumper.
Junior in the wall. And Marcus Ambrose. Good grief. Yellow waves yet again.
Bad. Yeah, bad enough.
All 4 of the Stewart-Haas cars and all 3 of the Hendrick Motorsports cars in this race are now junk.
I think Dale Jr. is expressing his displeasure with Marcus Ambrose as he went by.
All right, let's have a look at the 88 of Dale Earnhardt Jr. and Marcus Ambrose right behind him in the 9.
We talked about bump drafting being a tricky game. Gave him a push and then hooked him and turned him into the wall. There was a lot going on up ahead of Junior that lost his momentum, and I think Ambrose was just so close to him, he made contact with the back. see the cars moving around in front. The Junior never let off the gas. He never came off the gas, Mike, so his momentum might have been slowed by those other cars, but it wasn't by much.
No, he got the car straightened out well, but the damage was done. And then, after the caution is out, not happy with Marcus Ambrose.
Definitely displaying his displeasure there.
And even at 200 miles an hour, though, Michael, it's a game of inches. Ambrose may have come down a little, Junior may have come up a little, but there just wasn't room for both of them in that spot.
And Junior Nation was not happy.
No.